I authorize by the authority of Jesus. Amen. In the name of Jesus.
Hey guys, good evening, welcome back. Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? It's a sad, very sad day for everyone today. This is the song that came to my spirit when I heard the news about Ifeanyi today. Ìgbàgbọ́ mi ò gbé ẹlẹ́dàá ẹlẹ́dàá o má fi kún ọmọdán mi wò ìgbàgbọ́ mi ò gbé. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I can see that quite a lot of people in the comment section. I needed to just, that song, Ala Yinka, Ala Adeyinka, Ala Sheyori. Just, it's just what has been playing in my spirit all day. It's been, for the people that woke up to this story today, I woke up to it this morning. I just checked my phone, and that was the first thing that I saw. One of these stories that you see and, you just like, no, this can't be true. This can't be true. God, please don't let it be true. First of all, you'll be in denial. You'll be like, no, maybe it's one of these fake news. People are trying to, gather views for themselves or something. And then at a point when you begin to see it in many places, you now start to say, no, please, God, you now turn into a prayer. Don't let it be true, please, God. Today is the 1st of November. And for some reason, I mean, it's one of the things I really want to look into tonight. In Nigeria, people say that Ember months always have a lot of tragedy, that there's a lot of calamities always happen in the Ember months. When I mean Ember months, it means the months like the 4 or 5 months of the rest of the year. So we are talking about from October, November, December, no, September, October, November, December, those 4 months. They call them Ember months in Nigeria, and people often say that the Ember months are always, filled with calamities. I mean, if you live in a place like Nigeria, from September, people start praying. People who are religious, that they go to church, they start praying, God, every calamity in this Ember months, don't let it come near me. Don't let it come near my family. Protect us. I don't know if this is real or if it's just something that people have observed, or if it's something that is spiritual. I don't understand it. But I know that Ember months, yes. For Life Esther, thank you. September to December. People tend to say that a lot of, things happen. Unexplainable things, tragedies happen at the end of the year. Àfi k'Ọlọ́run gbà wá o. Àfi k'Ọlọ́run gbà wá. That song by Adeyinka Alaseyori says, Ẹlẹ́dàá má fi kún ọmọdán mi wò ìgbàgbọ́ mi ò gbé. It simply means, Almighty God, please don't tempt me by taking my child. My faith cannot take it. I don't have the faith to be able to be able to absorb it. My faith cannot take it. This is so devastating, my people. This boy celebrated his birthday. I think it was only last weekend. Only last weekend. he celebrated his birthday. I mean, since Chioma and Davido came back together, we all know how, their relationship has been up and down. And once upon a time, they were not together, and then they came back together recently. In the past few weeks, it's been, you see them everywhere on social media with the people that are, they have a lot of people around them. Davido has a group. Everywhere he goes, he has all these people that are always following him. They are always following him wherever he goes. So whether he likes it or not, whether he's the one that is posting or not, because if you look at it, most of the times, he doesn't even post that much. And I want to believe that he has a team that is behind the social media handle anyway, because it's a brand. It's got millions of followers. So is this groupies that are always following them around, that are always posting this stuff. They are always posting, 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 posting. So in the past, like let's say like even the past month, the number of video that I've seen of the two of them, there are so many. The last one was the birthday of this same boy, Ifeanyi. This was the birthday, and I'm sure it happened in his house, in his this same home in Banana Island. He has a mansion in Banana Island. So Davido and Chioma have been everywhere together since they came back together, traveling. I think I even saw them in Benin, where they attended the wedding of one of his aides. Saw them in the palace of the Oba of Benin as well. And for this boy to celebrate his birthday just less than a week ago, that's the birthday party. And today, waking up to the news that something has happened to him is a kind of news that you don't, is something that you don't wish on your worst enemy. No matter how much you don't like that person, that you hate that person, maybe they offended you, they did you something, they hurt you, they did something to you. When it comes to a child, an innocent child who just got to this world, that have their whole life ahead of them. So all these images I'm showing you are from the birthday party. I'm suspecting these are all Chioma's friends or sisters. You can see how happy they were. And I mean, whether you like OBO or not, whether you're a fan or not, one thing you need to give this guy is the fact that he doesn't play with his children. He's always there. I mean, this guy literally will fly to the US for one of his children's birthday. The next day is in the UK for another one's birthday. The next day is in Nigeria. He's always present. Whenever I look at him, I'm just like, oh my God, he really, really loves his children. This is all, I mean, apart from the fact that I like his music anyway, I always feel that Davido is this father that is always does, even as busy as he is with his, very busy musical career, his tight schedules, and, brand endorsements up and down, wherever he's going to, he's always there. And this boy, this particular boy, Ifeanyi is Davido's heart. This boy is Davido's heart. Oh my God. Who is going to console Chioma and Davido? Who? That they are celebrating. This is the birthday party. This was his birthday party just last weekend. You can see they always go out, they have a team, they go all out to make it very memorable for him. Even though he's only 3, they splash out. My people, this kind of temptation, is too much. Oh, this temptation is too much. It's too much. That's him. That's the little kid. You see him there. That's him. Playing, having a good time, even though children don't really understand, at that age, at 3, he probably doesn't even know what birthday is, but I mean, they're celebrating it anyway. And the most heartbreaking one was seeing Davido teaching him how to swim. teaching him how to swim a few days ago. That was the pool. This was him teaching him how to swim just a few days ago in this same pool in his house in Banana Island. Look at him. Just look at him. I mean, you see some parents that you see they live with the father, they live with the children, they live with the mother, and they don't even do as much bonding as Davido do. No matter how you feel about him, you don't like him, you can see that he's a very attentive father who is actually in his children's lives. Somebody said they've been awake since 3 a.m. Thank God I saw it this morning, not 3 a.m. Yvonne, I'm sure I would not have slept as well. You know, today is one of those days where you check social media usually. I mean, for people like us who are social media people, as content creators or YouTubers, checking social media is like drinking water for us. We check it per minute, per second. But today is one of those days that I open my social media and I wish I didn't. In fact, I wish I was never on social media today because this was, I heard this news this morning around, I think it was around 7:30 this morning. And it's just ruined my day. It's just ruined my day completely. My goodness. Unconsolable. What do you say to parents like this, Chioma? What do you say to it, Chioma? Even when they were having problems in their relationship, our consolation, as far as I'm concerned, in this relationship so far, is this boy fine? Is he fine? What do you say to Chioma? I don't know what you can say to Chioma or Davido even. I don't know what you can say. It's sad. But we are going to talk in a very constructive way. Whatever you do, please guys, let us be kind today. Of all days, whatever judgment, criticisms that you have is not today, please. Don't blame anybody. Don't call out anybody. Don't say anything. Just, if you don't know what to say, pray for them. Just pray that peace, that God will give Chioma peace. God will give Davido peace because I heard that, you know, when they found out that, in fact, it was not a good scene at all, which you can imagine. You can imagine. This boy is in the center of their lives. So please, let's be kind today. Let's just be kind today. Let's be kind. If you are leaving comments on anywhere on social media, you see the post, people are saying things, let's just be kind. If you've got nothing to say, prayers, leave them up in prayers. Today is not that day that you are going to judge them, that you are going to say, because I've been looking on social media this evening and our people, some of them just can't help. They can't help themselves. And a couple of things I want to bring out, as painful as this story is, that I want to bring out. I mean, I'm sure you guys already know, is the story of Chioma and Davido's son called Ifeanyi. He was only 3 years old. That overnight, we woke up this morning to hear that Ifeanyi is no longer with us. He's drowned in the pool that is in his father's house in Banana Island. So the gist is short. They just said that they left him with a minder, a child minder, and there were other people in the mansion. So, I mean, we don't know what happened, but we've heard that they've arrested about 6 or 9 people in the compound who were there present when the matter happened. Yeah. I think I saw this evening that Lagos police confirmed 8 of Davido's domestic staff have been brought in for questioning. Right? So we don't really know what happened. All we know is that this boy, 1 minute, was celebrating his birthday last weekend, Ifeanyi, and the next minute, we are hearing this heavy news that no parent, The nightmare of every parent, the nightmare of everyone. How did this happen? So, my people, this is so devastating, is so sad. There are no words to even express the way I have felt all day today, even though I still had to go to work. Thank God I had to go into work, because if it was one of those days that I worked from home, I'm not sure I would have been productive. I won't be able to do anything. I was numb. I was just numb. And then I started calling my friends. We started talking about it. I was like, oh my God, how did this happen? What can someone say? I don't even know. I mean, I was even reluctant to do the show. I was like, what am I going to say? And then my friend now said, you know what, Brie, you are a social worker. Talk about it from a standpoint of safety. Okay, safeguarding, safety. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. While I'm sending love and prayers to Davido and Chioma and their families and everyone who knew this boy. And I know that millions of people worldwide who don't even know Ifeanyi, they've never ever seen these people before. They are not even related. But because he's a child, we all feel the pain deeply. Well, I'm sending everybody love and light today. And alongside that, I'm just going to share some few things about safety, because this is all around safety and safeguarding, protection. So in 2018, I think it's 2018, a similar thing happened. You guys know the Nigerian music star, the Banj. A similar thing, exactly the same thing happened to the Banj. The Banj celebrated his son's birthday as well. Yeah. Let me see. So many comments. I'm trying to catch as many as I can. Ololola said, yes, yes, Auntie B, we really need to encourage people to get CPR certified and child proofing in their homes. Yes. Child proofing, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that aspect of it as well, which is the kind of nanny that you should have. I just want to run through, I mean, because we've had it twice now in the same industry, right? The ban show happened in 2018, if I'm correct. And it was the same, almost the same thing, my people. His son only celebrated 1 year birthday. 1 year he celebrated. And a few weeks later, the same thing happened in his own pool, in the same thing. So Ifeanyi is another baby now that suffered the same thing in the same industry and under the same exact circumstances. Birthday celebration, next thing, pool. So this all comes down to proofing, making your house safe for children. Very, very important, because this is not something you wish on anybody, no matter what they've done. Nobody deserves this, my people. No parent deserves this. And that's why Adenika was saying, "Má fi kún ọmọdán mi wo ìgbàgbọ́ mi ò gbé." My faith is not strong enough, Lord. I can't take it. Please, don't take my child. Because my faith is not strong enough. I can take anything, but not my child. No. Lord, this temptation is too much. That was the song that I played earlier on. That song really, really ministered to me, because it's like an appeal to God. It's just appealing to God. Because we go through temptations in life. People go through different things in this life. But the one thing that, as a parent, your supplication to God Almighty every day is to watch over your children. Please watch over my children, Lord. As they are going, they are coming, watch over them. When they are babies, you worry. When they are teenagers, you worry. When they are adults, you worry. Well, as a parent, I think your job, especially for mothers, it comes with worrying. Even for those of us that have children that are grown or growing now, you still worry. You hear your children that are teenagers or adults saying, "You, mom, you worry too much." I said, "This is my job. Please let me worry. Let me worry. This is my job." Ìgbàgbọ́ mi ò gbé. My faith is not strong enough to stand anything that, God forbid, happen to you. Please let me worry. Eh? So this pool thing that all these celebrities are having in their homes now, hmm, there needs to be safety around those pools, especially if you have young children, toddlers, right? So babies, this is an example of how you can cover your pool, right? So if you have a child that is between the ages, as long as they start walking, some babies start walking at 8, 7 months even. Some at 1 year, some 1 year, 3 months, some even almost 2 years before they start walking. Once a child start crawling, even once they are crawling, because that demand zone, I don't think it was even walking when it happened. Once a baby starts walking or crawling, you need to protect your environment. Make sure everywhere is child friendly. So all these celebrities, I hope they are learning from this, because God should not allow our own to be an example. But for those who's happened, unfortunately, you need to learn from that. As as horrible as it is, as painful as it is, all of these celebrities that are buying homes now in Banana Island, in VGC, and all these Lekki, Ikoyi areas of Lagos that are having swimming pool, please cover your pool. You need to cover your pool when you have children. I was saying to a friend of mine this evening before I started the show that, we black people, we don't kuku have, we are not friends with water. Honestly, even as adults. And we're not used to water. We're not used to water. All this water business of having pool, and it's not something it's not something that we are used to. A lot of us, even as adults, we don't know how to swim. That my friend was now saying to me, say, Brie, do you know, even at my age, I've gone to learn how to swim. I still didn't get it. So I have given up. So me, I don't play with water. Anywhere there's water. I don't know. I don't want to play. And that's why, as much as we are talking about protection and safeguarding, is not only for people who have swimming pool in their house, it's also for adults who travel. Do you know how many Nigerians in the diaspora have drowned in pools because they didn't know how to swim? Nigerian students in what's this Ukraine, that went to school in Ukraine, at least two of them in Ukraine, grown up children that their parents sent to school over there. They went on different things to do in a, one of them, it was a boat party they went to, and one, I think one was trying to save somebody that jumped into a pool. So anything that has to do with water, please, let's try and be very cautious. And if you have a pool in your home, I hope all of them, the remaining celebrities now, they are here, all of them that have houses in Banana Island, that have enough space for a swimming pool, whether it's indoor swimming pool, outdoor swimming pool, you must protect your children again, because you can't tell a child, don't go there. A baby like Ifan, you can't tell Ifan, don't go there. He won't understand. He's a baby. They don't understand. There's a reason why they call them baby. They never get sense. So no matter what you do as a toddler, 0 to 5, thank you very much, Jayola. No matter what you say to them, hi, you smack the back of their hand. Don't go there again. Don't go there. Next minute, you don't forget. They don't know. You need to ensure that your house is safe for those children. So if you have a swimming pool, please cover it. Make sure that the child cannot get in case they wonder, when the adult who is supposed to be supervising them is not looking and they stray into that area, that even if they fall, that something is there to buffer it so that they will fall on top of that thing and it will not hurt them. That's number one for swimming pool. Because somebody showed some stats today that I saw on Instagram, and this is quite a common thing for children between the ages of 0 to 5. Also, another thing that you can use to make sure your home is safe, if you've got children, even if you live in the abroad, if you have a house, God has blessed you, that you have a nice house with stairs, please put this stairs, what they call it, these gates for stairs. You need to put it. You put one up and you put one down. Safety gates, yes. Thank you, Neka. It is very, very important that as soon as you start having children, if you live in a house where there are stairs, you must put these gates there. And you don't just put it, you lock it. When you put one up, you put one down, because if a child who is a toddler again that is crawling, or they start learning how to walk, and their walking self is not balanced, some of them are very active. Like a lot of the videos that I saw of Ifeanyi is a very active young a child, he's full of energy, just like his dad. So you can tell that he's a very restless child. Some children are like that, very, very. Some children are a bit chilled. They can just stay in one place. You go and come back and meet them. But boys especially tend to have a lot of energy. Some girls too, they will be jumping up and down, and they will do any, they will flip and jump, and so you as a parent, you have a responsibility to ensure that you are protecting them. And that means you put this stairs gates, you put one up, put one down, so that when they get there, if they try to use the stairs, of which they can't use the stairs anyway, instead of tumbling down, they won't be able to get in. Cabinets in the kitchen. Kitchen is another very dangerous place for children. I saw a video a few weeks ago, and this child, who is about maybe she's about maybe 7, was crying and saying, "Oh, I'm always running after my baby. I am tired." It was funny. The parent posted it as a joke. The parent who was recording the baby girl, that she was saying, "My head is paining me. It's giving me headache in my head. That I'm always collecting things from him. He will go to the kitchen and he will go and take knife. He will do this. He will do this." But you know what? As I thought about this matter of Ifeanyi today, it's actually not funny what that child was saying. What it means is that that parent was making the older sister of that child to parent the child by running around and basically making sure that the child is safe, that nothing happens to the child, which is the job of a parent. So please, parents, especially those of you who live in Nigeria, and those of you who live in the diaspora as well, don't leave the job of safeguarding your children to other children. Yeah, so please have these gates, have these things in your house. If you have a pool, make sure it is covered. If you have cabinets, make sure if they are not tall enough for them. I mean, if their hand can get to it, because when you have a toddler, one thing you need to know is that if you have a child like that between the ages of 1 and 5, you have to always know where they are. It means that your eye must be on them 247. And that's why when we talk about, anytime we come here, we talk about a full-time housewife, and people are saying, after all, she doesn't work. When you hear people on social media say, after all, she doesn't work, she's a full-time housewife, I laugh. The job of a full-time housewife is a job that is 24 hours. If you have a toddler, if you have 2 of them like this, yeah, you have to always know where they are. If you have a 2-year-old or 3-year-old and it's quiet around the house, you don't hear anything, just know that they are up to no good. Don't say, they free me, because I know it's overwhelming looking after children. Yeah. But once you hear that there's quiet, peace and quiet for 2 minutes, go and find them quickly. Go. Because the chances are, I tell you categorically, the chances are they are up to no good. They are doing something they shouldn't be doing. So you need to quickly find them. Once it's quiet, look for them quickly. Nina said, "Thanks for this video, Auntie B. You can imagine my fear when I left my son downstairs playing to rush upstairs. I turned to find my 7.8-month-old baby. He crawled upstairs. You see? It's God that saved you. Go and get those gates for your stairs." Because when he was crawling upstairs, if anything happened and he missed the stairs, you will not, I'm happy for you. Let me just say, I'm happy for you. Please. Those stair gates are very cheap. I checked it on Amazon. It's around $25 to $30. 25 pounds. Get 2. Put one upstairs and put one downstairs. Somebody was saying in the comment section that some of them will climb it. Yes, they might climb it, but before they will figure it out, it will take some time. You need to put those stair gates, Nina. Go and get them immediately and get somebody to fit them. And you don't just fit them alone. You must make sure they are locked all the time. Every adult that lives in that house, tell your husband or your partner, please, don't be in a hurry not to lock them. As we are going, lock. I know it feels like it's annoying. It's a waste of time. But what is the value of your child's life to you? if you think about the job that they are going to do in terms of protecting your child, then you will not be in a hurry to say, I'm rushing, Jare, I don't have time. You need to make sure that those gates are locked all the time. If you have a baby, yeah, and you put them on the bed, make sure that the bed that you are putting them has got sides up, right? Because sometimes you have baby cot. These days, I'm not sure they make any baby cots that don't have side up. But some of us Africans, we still put our babies in our beds. We've had series of lectures from head visitors in this country where they told us that it's not safe to sleep with babies on your bed. But I know how hard it is as a nursing mother. If you have a baby, especially the first 6 months, when they are still nursing, like properly, breastfeeding, put them on. As soon as you put them down, they'll wake up. Sometimes you just want to put them near you so that you can get some sleep. Especially if you have some other ones that need to go to school the next. The job of a parent is not easy. It's not easy. One day I had my baby PJ in my, because I was so tired. I had him by my side like this, and he was crying in the night, and it was around maybe almost 1 year. I remember vividly. It was like I was dreaming. I was so tired. I said, okay, just lie down on me. And some babies, when they feel your warmth, they will sleep. Once you put them in their cot, they'll jump up and they'll start crying. And if you are tired, you just say, okay, let me just put him on my chest. I put him on my chest like this, and I said, let me just get some sleep. And I lied on the side of the bed that is close to the outside. It was like I was having a dream, but I saw that he was falling. I quickly jumped up. My people, it's God that saved me that day. The boy was almost on the floor before I caught him. He was falling from my body. I didn't know. I was so scared. These are some of the things that happen when the child is in the bed. So having a child in your bed, in your big bed without the side, can be dangerous as well, because children roll. At some point, they start to roll. And if they roll, they can fall down from the bed. So all these are things that, mothers or fathers, parents generally, you need to be aware of, please. You have to absolutely need to just bear it in mind. Toddlers are particularly very difficult. You have to run around. You have to keep running around them. So this childminder that were in Davido's house now, I don't know what they were doing. 8 people were in that compound. And I want to believe that Davido is not so is a millionaire or billionaire that he can afford to hire qualified, matured nannies that can look after his child for him. So I don't know what they were doing. When this boy, he finally got out of the house, and I understand that it's quite some distance from the house to the pool, he opened the door. He went outside, walked all the way to the pool, and nobody knew. And he was there for some time before they found out what were they doing. So, looking at it from a legal standpoint, he has a right to arrest all of them, because it's only one job they have to do. What is your job? Mind the child. Mind the child. That is your job. A minder needs to constantly have your eyes on the child. That is your number one job, even if you still have other things that you are doing. Because I understand that Chioma and Davido were not around, that they traveled to Ibadan when this happened. So now you're going to pick up your phone and you are calling your madam and her and the boy's father to say, Oga, this is what happened. How do you break that kind of a news? Where were you? Sometimes ẹ jẹ́ ká fura o, ẹ jẹ́ ká fura. Let us be careful, because some of these domestic staff, some of them, they can be the ones that the enemy will even use against you if you believe in spiritual things. I'm telling you. The domestic staff can be the ones that the Satan will use to enter you if you're not careful. What was the childminder and 8 people in that compound doing? That Ifeanyi came out, a 3-year-old boy. 3-year-old boy came out of the house. How did he open the door? Were you watching TV? What were they doing? My God. This is just, it's heartbreaking. A lot of people have been saying things on social media. Somebody even said something. I don't know who this person is. Uh, person's name is Emeka Senator. I don't know. They say it's Davido's, is he adopted brother or whatever? I don't know who he is. He said something that there was a prophecy. I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to be saying a lot of things now. He said the revelation was taken for granted. God, we are sorry. I don't know if what he's trying to say, maybe there was a prophecy that came that said that they should watch him, that, to avoid or do prayers so that no evil will befall Davido or his family. I don't know. But they just said that there was a prophecy. This is what someone who is linked to Davido said. Ikuomo. It's not our portion in Jesus' name. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ o, God, please. Our faith cannot take it. Má fi dán wa wò. So I was looking at the comments, and this one really, really, really spoke to me. Right? One of the posts on social media, this person is called Dr. Vivadara, said Davido and Chioma had so much jealousy around them since they got back together with their PDA. That's public display of affection, right? I won't be surprised if this was a planned deal by an enemy with a household friend or caregiver. So the prophecy was specific about Ifeanyi. My goodness. So there was a prophecy about Ifeanyi. Was this told to them privately, or is this one of these people that come on social media to come and prophesy? My God. Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́. When I read this comment, I totally agree with what this person said. I totally agree. They have a lot of enemies around them. Biku ile okpani to di ole pani. They have a lot of enemies around them. Davido and Chioma has a lot of enemies around them. Davido, I'm not blaming him. He's a young man. He's showing his, wild oats and all that. Nobody deserves this, like I say, and my condolence with him. But he's got different baby mamas. He's got different baby mamas, about 5 different baby mamas, or 4, plus Chioma, right? They all have babies for him. I saw on social media the other day that one of them, since when Davido got back together with Chioma, was saying, oh, I can't take this anymore. And people automatically assume that he was referring to Davido. And she was saying that, oh, I'm going to go live. So it's not everybody that is happy. I mean, it's not just them alone. It's not just them alone. Yorubani, when let me just say it in a way that you can understand it. When your glory, or when something is happening to you that is good, you have to be careful, cover it, guard it. Be very, very careful. Of course, they have a lot of enemies. It's not everybody that will be happy. It's not everybody that will be happy when something good is happening to you. When your glory is shining so much, is one of the biggest artists. Davido and Wizkid and what's the other one with gold teeth. They are the 3 biggest artists from the whole of Africa, whether south, west, north, everywhere in Africa. You can't name any artist that Davido is not, at least they are a par. If it's not bigger, then they are par. So my point is that people will always be jealous of your glory. People will always, it's not everybody that wishes you well. Burna Boy, thank you. Burna Boy. It's not everybody that wishes you well. Not everybody. You they happy, sir. Some people they vex. As you they happy so. They see you post one fine picture, they don't know that it's a good day, oh, that you're having a good day, that you decide to do makeup, or that you post picture. They think that is how you live every day. Your life is perfect. They are jealous. Maybe you helped them in the past. Now they say, you don't want to help us anymore. It's only you that want to be enjoying your life. It's only you that is living big man life. You've forgotten us. They are jealous. So you always have enemies. No matter how good you are. I mean, everybody talks about how that Davido is such a generous and kind soul. We've seen all the good that he does. He gives money to people. He buys cars for people. He helps people. He's always helping people. Out of all Nigerian artists, at least that we know publicly, I don't think there's anyone that's generous as him. He's always helping people. But no matter how good you are, no matter how kind you are, there will always be people who hate you, people who will wish you bad, people who wish evil to happen to you. So one needs to be careful. One needs to be careful. So I don't know whether this is spiritual. I don't want to spiritualize it because I don't know. So I'm not going to go that route and saying, oh, maybe they gave a test, a prophecy about it. Maybe they didn't protect him. I don't know. Maybe this is just the way God. I don't know. Sometimes we can question God. Maybe. I don't know. Children have no sin. They have no sin. The boy is innocent. He's only 3 years old. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń dáyé ni. He's sinless. So we cannot even. I know when things like this happen, we're always trying to understand it. But understanding a thing like this is not easy. What are you going to say? You try to understand. God, why? You ask question. Some people resort to blaming. Yeah, it's very, very confusing. Some people will blame. Some people need somebody to blame. Do you either blame Choma? Oh, I heard people today blaming Choma that she's always traveling, she's not staying with the child. Why is she? It's not about blaming. No. It's not about blaming. When the banks one happened, the mother was there. The mother was in the house. It wasn't house help. But it still happened. So even if we want to say it's about the prophecy, Toby is saying, I don't blame him for not taking the prophecy serious. There are too many fake prophets out there. That's another way to look at it. That's another way to look at it. Somebody said that he already declared Ifeanyi as his heir. I don't know if this is true. Did you hear this from him directly? I know it seems like Ifeanyi is the favorite child because of the way he does with him all the time. But I don't know. But some people were saying that he declared Ifeanyi as his heir to his empire. And Jayola said declaring a heir when heiresses are also on ground is no longer wise in our culture. A lot of lessons to learn. May God console them all. I agree. He's the first son, but he had a daughter. The one he had with Dele Momodu's niece. He had a daughter first, Imade, that he named after. I think they say he named that one after maybe his mother or so. Yeah. So, my people, in all things, let's just ask God for mercies. Let's ask God for mercies. It's by the mercy of God that we are not consumed, though. Honestly. Because apparently Davido was preparing for his 30th birthday. That is cancelled now. Even his pastor, the one that he came to London to meet that gave Chioma a Birkin bag the other day, now said that he's even, he's not celebrating his birthday anymore. Apparently, he was planning to celebrate his birthday before. And he said that because the Spark Nation pastor, he said that because of what happened, out of respect for the family, that, the celebrations are not going to go on as before. Apparently, they were planning a very massive celebration. Let's just beg God for mercy. It's just by the mercies of God. It's just by the mercies of God that we are not consumed. What can you say? You cannot challenge God. You cannot query God. What can you say? You cannot say and there's no explanation for it. There's no, you can't explain it. You can't ration it and say, okay, what happened? And let me try and dissect it. No, 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 no. It's just to ask for mercy. Asking for mercy. 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 God, please grant this family peace. Help Chioma. What has Davido done for her now? Whether it's giving her an estate, they've given her Birkin bag, they've given her whatever, designers, all the bling in this world that will equate her precious and only son, the only child. This is the thing that really ties them together. Why you see them keep coming back and forth together. This is the boy. This is the boy. So I mean, I don't even know what someone can say to Choma. What, there are no words that you can say to this young woman at this point in time. She's just literally gone from being in a very happy place that she's reconciled with, her baby daddy. There is a marriage in view. They were planning, they said that this same pastor, when they were talking, said that they're going to marry in 2023. And now, from a very happy place like that, where everything seems rosy, they are flying on private jet together, going places together. Okukumba Day. Darkness just entered. This is darkness of the darkest. Wow. Mom of three said, Auntie B, I still had an argument with my husband last week about their reconciliation. They should have kept it secret. I was really scared for them with all the videos, updates on social media. Yeah. That's what I started with, that even if the two of them want to keep it private, the people around them, I mean, these people around them are the problem. They are the ones that always recorded them and posted them. Did you see when they arrived in Benin? Did you see how they arrived in Benin? When they went for that Israel, one of the aides, the birthday, wedding ceremony or something. I think it was wedding. One of these weekends, about 2 weeks ago. Did you see the entourage? He goes everywhere with an entourage. All these groupies, they are all there for what they can get to. And you will be surprised, babe, even within the 12, Shebi within the 12 was Jesus Christ, within only 12 disciples had an enemy, Judas. So it's not everybody that is around you that likes you, even. Davido should even know that he too is surrounded with a lot of enemies, especially all these people that always follow him up and down. Because it is the person that eats with you, that drinks with you, that knows your routine, that knows where your schedule is, where you are going, where you are coming, that you are together all the time. They are more likely to, if they want to. I'm not saying that everybody around you wishes you ill, but if, God forbid, that devil sows a seed into them to hurt you, they can get you easily. That's why Yoruba say, "Tí kúlé ò pani, tòde ò lè pani." There are too many people around the video, honestly. I've not noticed it with all the other artists like Whiskey, but with him particularly, there are too many people around him. I wish, by the grace of God, when he finished mourning and, he's back on ground, he will just cut all of them off. Cut all of them off, because last, they're only there because of what they can gain from him. That's the truth. There are too many people around him. Too many. His house is always full. It's like there's a party every day. 1 year, I know. 1 year, they are happy. There's money. There's always drinks. There's shayo. There's whatever. But they are young people. And, there's just the energy sometimes. I don't know. I don't think it's everybody that is happy for them. Tree Osar said, the video clearly lost Chioma and passed that love down to Ifeanyi. Even if Ifeanyi was a female child, he's still his favorite and can brood jealousy. Yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of jealousy, even among the women that he has children for. And I just wish that these celebrities, they would just stop having babies up and down. I saw a video a few days ago of the one that sang "This Is Nigeria." What's his name? The first, the bad guy. The mother was praying for him and said, I don't want baby mama. I don't want baby mama. Ìyàwó ni kò mú wálé. And that is the wish of every mother. If they were even having just one, it would be okay. But you have baby mamas everywhere. Ibaala lo bad day. It's the same thing when we talk about polygamy. All this baby mama drama is similar. There's too much envy, rivalry, jealousy amongst them. I'm not saying that it's the baby mamas are responsible, but I'm saying that their lifestyle generally, their lifestyle, the way they live their life, it breeds a lot of envy, it breeds a lot of jealousy, it breeds a lot of people fighting for affection for one man. It's too much. One day is with this baby mama, another day is with this baby mama, another day is with this. It's too much. It's like polygamy. Even if you are no longer with them, because you have a child with them, that ties you to that relationship for life. I just, it's too chaotic. Thank you, the yin. I just hope that, especially the upcoming musicians, will learn and please use protection so that you don't have too many baby mamas up and down. It's got nothing to do with what happened with Ifeanyi, but still, it's just a word of advice for them. I'm not a fan of the life. Honestly, I'm just not a fan. Maybe it was Junior that was telling us the other day that he saw Davido in a club somewhere they went to, and he was in VVP or VVIP, whatever they call it, and the kind of people around him. So there are still other women, gong, even out there that wants to get him. Do you know what it means to have a baby for Davido? You are set for life. Some of this this is all their plan. Some of these women that are hanging around them, all they want to do is to seduce them so that they will sleep with them and just have one child. And they are set for life. Remember, all these girls these days, they don't care. It's all about the money and the lifestyle for them. And that's why you yourself, that you know that you are the prize, you need to be very, very careful. You need to be very, very careful. It is deeply, deeply sad. It's not something that you wish on your worst enemy. So many baby mamas up and down. Eh? All of them fighting for your time, your attention, and my child this, my child that. You bought a Range Rover for one, you have to buy a Porsche for the other one. You did this, you did this. Then he went and did assurance. A lot of them will not be happy with that assurance that he did, because clearly everybody can see that he was madly in love with Chioma. That is the only girl he ever did a musical video with. He even wrote a song for her that she's his assurance. If it's you, how will you feel? If somebody that you've been with, that you have a child with, is now claiming another person that you are the assurance. So when they broke up, a lot of people will be happy. Now they are back together, they'll be like, they are back together again. Hi, Mashu. Rhea said, Davido dated both Sophia and his US baby mom. He was in relationship with all his baby moms. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Jane said, don't ever put 100% trust in anyone to take care of your child. Even you, the mother, can make mistake, not to mention another person. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there is just so much going on. I don't know. Like I started the show, I started talking about Ember Month. If this is a real thing that, a lot of calamities usually happen at the end of the year, please, Eje Kafurao, let us be spiritually aware. Let us be praying. Because as we are talking now, today, something else happened in Nigeria as well. In Lagos, I think I saw in Victoria Island that they said there was a fire. Blessing, this is just the kind of comment that I was saying that people should please. Blessing, oh, this is just the kind of comment I was saying we should be kind not to say today. Are you there? Why do you people do this? Don't be like this now. Koda, it's not good. It's not good. Don't give people names, especially about things that you don't know. That is losing people every time. It's not ordinary people. He has used the boy like the others. Are you there? Don't be like that. That's a wicked thing to say. Somebody has just lost their child. This is all you have to say. Were you the one that helped him to use the people? Don't allow the anger of God to visit you. Because you open your mouth to say what you don't know. Because you're on social media and you carry flower to put on your name. Nobody knows you. God knows you. Don't be mean. It's not good. It's not good, blessing. Please be kind. People like you will go on social media now and start saying things that you don't know. This boy was born as his father is a millionaire. Go and ask about him. He wasn't born into a poor family. Why are you saying things that you don't know? Please. It's not good, Okoda. Please. If you don't know something, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. You don't know what is happening. Oh, you're alone. If you read the Bible and you're a child of God, you're a Christian, you will know. God allowed the devil to test Job. Eh? Would you go and say by the time it happened to Job that he was using his children to do something? What did he use his children to do? Is because God, anything that happens in life, I believe, is because God allowed it. Shola listen, sang a song, oni okuku to shu, ó ń wo Ọlọ́run ni. Òkùnkùn tó ṣú, ó ń wo Ọlọ́run ni. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ á tàn. When something like this happens, because God allows it, as bad as it is, don't go out there and join the people that are saying every day, people around him, why he's using them. Using them for what? What did he use them for? What did he use them for? Don't say what you don't know. That's not nice. It happens everywhere in the world. There's a case here in the UK that happened. Those of you who live in London will remember this case. If you live in the UK, anywhere in the UK, you will understand this case of Magdalene McCartan. This Owibo couple, both of them are doctors, the father and the mother. They went on holiday to Portugal. This thing happened almost going 10 years now. They went on holidays to Portugal, Owibo people. They stayed somewhere. They went to dinner and left their children, 2 girls, to sleep. By the time they came back, now only one picking the meat. That girl called Magdalene, she was only by about maybe 3 or 4 at that time, disappeared till today. British government has spent millions of pounds to look for that child. Till today, they didn't see him. They didn't see that child. If now our people now, they go say, he used the child. So you don't know what happened. That I'm just making a reference there for you to know that it's not all the time that you need to troll people and say insensitive things. I say of all days, even if you don't like this couple, even if Chioma did something to you, or you don't like Davido's music, today of all days, be kind. If you have nothing to say, just be quiet. Go away. Pray for them. Because you don't want it to happen to you. Don't say things you don't know. Magdalene McCann happened in 2007. God bless you. Till today. That story is very, very it is in my brain, is engraved in my brain because it's the one that got the most. Do you know how many child serious case review cases that we see in social services? It's not only in Nigeria these things happen. So over here in this part of the world, when a child, something terrible happens to a child that they die like this, they do what they call a serious case review. And the serious case review is to bring all services together. So you will have the police, you have safeguarding boards, you have the local authority, you have, the health services. You bring all of them together and then you look at the circumstances that led to it. It's not to blame anybody. It's not about blaming. When you hear serious case review, it's about looking inwards. What did we miss? What could have been done better? How can we improve so that it doesn't happen again? And this is what I'm all about this story. I'm not here to sensationalize anything. I don't know them in person, but I know that the issue of child endangerment and child safety, it happens everywhere in the world. Have you heard of Baby P? You've not heard of Baby P? It was here. It happened in the UK. So it's not only in Nigeria. Let's not be, judgmental. Right? It's about how can we prevent it in the future so it doesn't happen again. That's all it is. And I've just run through them. And I told you, in case you are just joining this stream, please, if you have a child, or you are even before the child comes, start learning. If you have stairs in your house, go and get this stair protection, the barrier for the stairs up and down, so that they can't get in and get out. All your cupboards, make sure that you put your cupboards, if the places that they can get to, remove anything that they can go and touch. Any chemicals in your kitchen, in your bathroom, hide them, because children, they drink everything. They think everything is food. You have bleach, you have anything, hide them in places that their hand cannot touch. These are child safety tips that I'm sharing with you. Please don't put things where babies can touch them and access them easily. And of course, the one of the pool, which is the one that happened to both the bench and the second person now is Davido. Please and please, please and please, if you have a pool, make sure it is child proof, it's covered. Because a pool, as much as it is something that signifies affluence or wealth or whatever, or people that, upper class, middle class, whatever class, one day it can be a thing of joy that you are enjoying with your child. Like you can see here, the video teaching Ifeanyi how to swim. It can be a thing of joy like this, where they are having fun and just, playing around. And the next thing, that same pool can be a thing that will be the greatest tragedy for you, for the person. I understand that the bank's own, after it happened, that, they drained it and covered it up. In fact, I didn't even want the pool anymore, just covered it. It covered it completely. So it's about being making your home child friendly, your environment child friendly, child proof your home, pool covers, use fences, And lastly, if you are going to hire a nanny, make sure don't hire young people as nannies, right? People tend to do that a lot in Nigeria. I don't know whether the nanny is an elderly person or a young person. Hire somebody that is matured, that's had children before, but not too old, but that still have the energy. Somebody that understands, basic life support, CPR. Make sure they are certified. Don't just go and carry any girl from Calabar. They say it's a house girl, and you leave your child with them. If it's possible, if you have money, hire a nurse. Yes, a registered nurse. If they want to do that kind of a job, why not? You can afford it. Anything water. Very, very dangerous, my people. Dogs, yes. Thank you, Adana. Dogs as well. If you have dogs, you don't even want to know the number of stories we hear in this part of the world where dogs don't chop pikin. Oyibo with their craziness with dogs. Me, I no do. Oh. Some black people like dogs. If you have dogs, make sure that their dogs are child friendly. Oh. You know how many Oyibo dogs don't chop their pikin head. Different kind of dog that their dogs, they look like lion, they look like tiger. Because at the end of the day, animal na animal, no matter how you train them. Yeah. Please, let us do our best. And most importantly, let us continue to pray. Pray for your children every day. Cover them with the blood of the Lamb. Cover them, please. Even if you cannot pray for yourself, please pray for your children. Always pray for your children. Whether you see them, you don't see them, even for the grown-up children, the adult children, pray for all of them, because sometimes even the adults won't go. In this country that we live in London, you know how dangerous London is? Do you know how dangerous London is? All the major cities in the world. Is it not God that is protecting our children? So all you can do, because at some point they grow and you can't keep them at home. They go. They go. Always cover your children, no, even if you cannot pray for yourself. God, please, wherever they are, watch over them. Angels, watch over them. Every evil association, every unfriendly friend, anybody that want to, a negative influence to your children, cancel such associations. Okoyemi say socket proofs, stairgates, safety railing, Don't plug phone where children can reach and put charger in their mouth while plugged. Fireplace barriers. Improve. Extra lock at the door top. Yes. Yeah. Most importantly, most importantly, if you can, yeah, somebody is saying about taking your children for lessons, swimming lessons. Yes, if you can. Over here, they teach them in school how to swim. CPR, let them learn CPR. You too, you can learn. I mean, I don't, the list is endless. What the things you can do when it comes to child safety. There are so many things, but just be aware that children cannot protect themselves. It is the duty of the adults in their lives, whether it's their parents or their child minders, to protect them. Children don't have sense to protect themselves. So you have to protect them. Please. This news, it happened to the bank, it's happened to Davido now. May it never happen again. In Jesus' name. Please, let's protect the children that God has given us. Parenthood is work. Is work. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. I'm just going to end by saying that I'm not going to take any calls because this is too hard. There's nothing. What are we going to say? There's nothing to say. Just pray for them. Mm. It's just prayers, sending prayers to Chioma, sending prayers, sending prayers, sending prayers. Nancy said they know a lady who comes to church but never holds her child. It's just the maid that holds the baby. The baby is breastfeeding and using bottle. And the mother just likes to be sitting there and be doing a guy, be doing yanga. Well, not everybody is meant to be a dad or a mom, to be honest. It's not everybody that is meant to be a parent. Not everybody. Mm, mm. All they need for now is prayers. Let's pray for them and uphold them, that God will console them, that God will uphold them, He will grant them peace, that they will be able to bear this loss. And we pray that this never happens again in this industry or to anybody. I pray for all of you, my subscribers, anyone watching. The Lord will not give us a temptation that is too much for us by taking our children. We will not bury our children. Our children will live. They will live long, happy lives. They will prosper. We will see them. They will continue to be a source of joy to us all our lives. And if you're wa méjèèjì gbọ́mọ sìn lágbára ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù, no enemy, ikú òde, ikú ilé, we reject it, we rebuke it, we cancel it, we cover our children with the blood of the Lamb. We soak them with the blood of Jesus. Wherever they are, when they leave the house, when they're at home, wherever we are, God should always watch over our children. And if you rest of wow. Thank you, everybody. You know, I have a show. I have another show tonight. I don't know whether I'm feeling up to that show again tonight. I was supposed to do a show about you, Ledoche, but today has just been somehow with this news of Ifeanyi. Yeah, I think I won't have time tomorrow. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah. It's another issue of children again. A woman that took children. The father is saying that the child is theirs, that they are not giving them access and all that. Yeah. Yeah. May God help us, my people. May God help us. Yeah. I'm gonna be back by 7 o'clock for that other show because I set it up a while ago and I'm not gonna have time. Let's just do it once and for all and get it over and done with. I'll be back by 7. That's literally in like 22 minutes or 25 minutes from now. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. God bless you. God keep you. May God watch over us. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.